Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to Inauguration Day. I hope you're all enjoying your new president. Oh, wait, that didn't happen. None of this shit happened. Friends, our normal scheduled show at 10 p.m. will still be taking place, but I had to take a moment just to acknowledge this special day that letter of the alphabet idiots have been taking money from people claiming that Donald Trump would be inaugurated today, right? And we've heard various stories of how that was going to take place. Either there was going to be a military takeover, maybe an insurrection, another attempt on storming the Capitol, but this time successful. The generals, right? They're not on President Biden's side. They're all on the Trump train, and they're going to reveal all of the fraud, right? And then they're going to arrest Mr. Biden, and Trump will gloriously march right back into the White House. Oh, shit. But none of that happened. Yeah. So there have been these people, and I really believe that things are, if they haven't already risen to the level of criminally prosecutable crimes, they should, right? In many of these cases, it's foreign actors, people that aren't even Americans, like Charlie Ward, right? And, I don't know if Charlie Ward is American or not. I know Simon Parks is English. And Robert David Steele, he's American, but, we've got foreign actors, people that aren't even Americans. Why are they even commenting on American politics, right? Who cares? Go comment on the Queen. Like, I don't make videos commenting on your king and queen over there in Englandville, right? The British. Like, I don't care. I barely know who the leader of England is, right? I barely know. Same for, I guess I know a little bit more about Canada because I have some friends in Canada, right? But I barely know anything about another country's politics. But maybe it's just me personally because I barely know anything about American politics. I don't care about American politics because both sides are criminal, psychopath, narcissist, elite, rich people that don't care about me. So my logic is, why should I care about them? And largely, I don't. But the two biggest idiots that were pushing this March 4th conspiracy were Donald Trump. Well, really, it's got to be three, I suppose, right? Because we gotta throw Robert David Steele, the idiot, in with this, right? Guy worked for the CIA at one time, and suddenly he's some kind of, information mastermind, and he's got all these high-level intelligence contacts that are feeding him information, and he brings us such quality information, like there's a Martian slave colony on Mars, right? It's filled with sex slaves, and people are getting sent to Mars to work on the slave colony. Wow, such high quality information. And then we've got Simon Parks, who has sex with aliens, besides being a political mastermind and intelligence gathering mastermind about things going on in the United States. When he's not doing that, he's fucking alien chicks. Right? Wow, what quality sources these people into this letter of the alphabet nonsense have been trusting as trusted sources of information. But back to this rising to the level of actual criminality, Charlie Ward has been telling people that March 4th was going to be a big event. Donald Trump is going to return to the White House, right? And you too can get all the intelligence reports as soon as I get them. You just got to sign up for my website, become a member. And then I put the information first behind the paywall before I share it. So you too can hear my largely made up nonsensical stories about what's going on behind the scenes in American politics and how Donald Trump is going to rise to the throne again. Right? You too. Just pay. Just pay for my paywall website. And he's claiming that he's got all of these intelligence contacts that are feeding him this information within the United States government and people that work directly for Donald Trump, right? I'm sorry, he doesn't have any of that. It's garbage. And to me, it rises to the level of fraud. He's taking money from people, claiming that he has this inside scoop, and you too can get the information. Just join my website. But the truth is that he doesn't have any intelligence contacts, any valid or real or actionable intelligence. He's got a bunch of fake made up stories. And he's selling them to people claiming that he has intelligence sources, generals, right? And people that work directly for Trump. To me, that has now more than risen to a level of criminality. And, but I guess it's difficult, right? It would have to be the authorities in his home country and state, right? It would have to be that district attorney, I guess, who would have to become aware of this scam that he's been running for how long now and take some criminal action against him for defrauding the general public. And who else? Simon Parks, right? When he's not having sex with aliens, he's real big on this Trump train, right? And he talks directly to Trump. He's one step removed from Trump. That's what he said, right? And listen, for a criminal prosecutor, it would be very, very easy to prove or disprove his claims of having intelligence from someone that works for Trump. Here's what you do. And why do I have to do a prosecutor's job for them? But I will. You subpoena his emails, his phone records, his direct messages, his instant messages, his private messages. You subpoena all of his communications. And if you can't find his information source that he's claiming that he has while selling people memberships to his website to get this information, then that, my friends, is fraud. And he should be criminally prosecuted, forced to make restitution to every single person he stole money from for fake information. He doesn't have anybody that works for Trump giving him information. He doesn't have generals, intelligence off. No. It's all fake, made up shit. Who's his source? Well, Charlie Ward is my source. And who's Charlie Ward's source? Simon Parks is my source. And who's Robert David Steele's source? Oh, this week it's Charlie Ward. Next week it's going to be Simon Parks. And then Charlie Ward goes, Robert David Steele. Robert David Steele is my source. Okay, so the three people that are running around telling everybody that Donald Trump's going to once again rise to the throne on March 4th and become our president again, buy my website membership, the only sources they have are each other. It's a common scam, right? Oh, my intelligence sources. Oh, and I'm getting briefings. None of these who from the government is going to go brief a guy who claims to have sex with aliens? Who's going to do that and risk their entire career and reputation for even speaking with a guy who's running around claiming that he has sex with aliens? Nobody. Nobody would do that. It makes no sense that some guy that previously claimed to have sex with aliens and hybrid alien babies, and he's got an alien mommy and an alien daddy. No reputable person, friends. No reputable general, no reputable intelligence officer is going to speak to that idiot. It would be bad for their reputation to do so. Right? Same for Robert David Steele. Like, who's going to talk to that guy? The guy who said that there's a sex slave colony on Mars? You want your name associated with that guy? The guy that was on Alex Jones saying there's Martian slave colonies and sex slaves on Mars? Sex trafficking on Mars. Right? The followers of this letter of the alphabet conspiracy were so desperate to believe this stuff that they just set aside the obvious problems with the characters that were bringing them this fake information. So desperate to believe in this garbage were they. I personally know some of these people. I have family members that argue with me, have argued with me for weeks now. Well, a lot longer than that, but lately the argument between myself and a family member that follows this letter of the alphabet garbage was that I was so wrong, and on March 4th, we're going to see Because Charlie Ward said, and then I go, yeah, okay, and where did he get this? You know, why do I even have to argue with this? Or they said, Simon Parks said, and I go, before he was this letter of the alphabet guy, he was running around for years talking about fucking aliens, right? What do you mean? And then I would send them look, here he is talking about fucking aliens and having an alien mommy and daddy. Do you think that's a trustworthy source of information? A guy who previously ran around talking about fucking aliens and having an alien mommy and daddy? You know, and then when he got in some hot water, right? And there was rumors circulating that he was, let's just say, less than kind to females. Suddenly, it was not him, right? It was not him that had a problem with women. It was his alien daddy that gave those women problems. So, friends, all you can do at some point is make fun of these people. I've been literally just, I'm not going to argue with friends or family members that are stupid enough to believe this letter of the alphabet conspiracy. They were kicking the can and kicking the can. Oh no, Biden will never be president because the truth is coming out about all that e-fraud, right? And then it didn't. Oh, no, the Supreme Court, Biden will never be president. Donald Trump is going to remain the president once the illegitimate votes get thrown in. And then that didn't happen, right? And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Even the slogan of these idiots tells you who they are. Where we go one, we go all. Who else does that? Sheep. Stupid sheep do that. Where we go one, we go all. Right? And trust the scam. Just keep paying me money, right? The main players of this garbage just keep sending me money, right? Just keep sending me money, and I'll give you the truth about what's really going on behind the scenes. But they don't. They give you garbage, and nothing they talked about ever happens. Look at today as a perfect example. Now, some may argue that it's only 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I would argue that any inauguration in the history of the United States took place during, the daytime. And, okay, so they've got 4.5 more hours, to make this thing work. Tick-tock, motherfuckers. Tick-tock, motherfucker. Tick-tock, Robert David Steele. Tick-tock, Simon Parks. Listen to the tick-tock. That is the sound of your con going down in flames. All of you idiots that told people this, that Donald Trump would somehow magically become the president again on March 4th. Tick-tock, motherfucker. Tick-tock, motherfucker. Looks like the clock is running out on your fucking scam. And honestly, the clock ran out on the scam of these people who, by the way, have been making money pushing this letter of the alphabet conspiracy nonsense for years. The clock really ran out when their savior, right, Trump, lost the election. That's when the scam, the clock on that scam really ran out. But here we are. It's March 5th. They have pushed another few months of collecting money from stupid people, right? Kick the can. Oh, no. March 4th, Donald Trump's going to be president again. But he's not. But they've been collecting money for 3 months, telling people this garbage, talking about this garbage every fucking day, begging for donations for their websites, for their organizations. Everybody's got something, right? Everybody's got something to donate to, right? Give me some money, and you'll get access to the special articles that I write about this and put behind a paywall to tell you the truth about the movement. Trust the scam, friends. Trust the scam. This is all meant to happen. It's garbage. And here we go. So, listen, there's somebody that's much better. I wanted to just make fun of these guys, especially people like Charlie Ward and Simon Parks. And by the way, I haven't had a chance today to check in with one of my other favorite letter of the alphabet idiots, Jordan Sather. I don't know what he's been talking about since none of the shit that he talked about for years ever happened, right? And he was completely and totally wrong about the last election, and he's completely totally wrong about all the stuff leading up to the Biden inauguration. I don't know if he was on the March 4th train of, Trump's coming back, but he may have been. We'll check in with him on a separate time to find out what that loser's been talking about. Mostly, though, I have kept up with Charlie Ward, Robert David Steele, Kerry Cassidy, and Simon Parks. All of which were saying that today Biden is going to be taken out of the White House in handcuffs for fraud and, I don't know, election interference. I don't know, right? And here we are. Here we are, friends. It's March 4th. They've only got 4.5 more hours. I almost want to stay doing a live broadcast for the next 4.5 hours just to see if anything happens, right? I checked with a friend who's in Virginia, which is kind of on its way from the southern states to, Washington, D.C., because I just want to make sure, like, hey, bro, is there like a militia army, like, marching up this, up the highway towards Washington, D.C.? And he laughed. Yeah, there's no militia army going into Washington, D.C. tonight to take over and place Trump back in power. There's no military coup, near as I can tell, unless they're waiting. Like I said, they do technically have 4.5 more hours to make this work, right? And I mentioned there, I wanted to just kind of make fun of this stuff. There's somebody on YouTube called Mr. Bozo Head, who I believe is probably English. I could be wrong. But he makes videos making fun of these guys, and I gotta say, it is worth watching and worth a laugh. So we're gonna cite fair use. Hold on, let me put my fair use banner up here. We're gonna cite fair use. And we're gonna share this video. And in the video, we get to hear Charlie Ward say that he has all the intelligence, and if you just join his website, you'll get the intelligence first, right? Yeah, right. And of course, Simon Parks is in this video as well. Those two frequently, grifters stick together, right? And this video is titled Charlie Ward, It's the March 4th Grift. And yeah, so you should go and we'll share the channel address for this video that we're sharing, because I think you would enjoy some of the videos there. It's sort of a comedic look at this garbage. Look, they got Charlie Ward with a Pornhub logo. That is awesome.
Oh, say, can you see?
Well, hi guys. Today again we've got Simon Parks and Tom Sidney Bushnell, and we're going to be talking what's going on right now and the numerology linked with it.
Yes, 4 is the number of the day. Here's 4 honkers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah.
Welcome, guys.
Hey, Charlie. Good to see you. Hey,
Hello,
Simon.
Tom. Hello, Charlie. Good
Hello,
to be
Simon. Tom.
Some things that I thought would be interesting for people to know about, and things that we could discuss, would be this week. This week could perhaps be a very important week. A lot of us have realised that the 4th of March is the old Constitution date, and we're hoping that President Trump could perhaps be inaugurated on that day. Perhaps he still may be. It's getting quite close. It looks like maybe it won't be the case. It's getting quite close. It looks like maybe it won't be the case. It's getting quite close. It looks like maybe it won't be the case, but who knows? 107 mentioned things more like April Fool's Day, which makes sense in many ways as well. and maybe it would even be further. Who knows? We're not privy to everything about the plan.
I know what's going on behind the scenes. I know a lot more than I can tell you. You probably know 10% of what I know. But I'm under a military NDA, so I can't tell you. But I can assure you by the look of my face, I'm a very happy guy. Those that follow me on my website, you'll be the first ones to know. You'll be the first ones to know of everything that's going on, I can assure you. We're directly in contact, we're getting direct information, and we're getting accurate information.
But I did want to highlight some things. So the 4th of March, when you do the numbers on it, comes to well, actually, let's talk about the 3rd. We'll talk about the 3rd first. So the 3rd is actually tomorrow. If you cast your minds back a few months ago, President Trump came out into the blue, in the press room, and said very, very quickly and succinctly, he said the stock market has reached an all-time high, and he said it's reached 30,000. Now, 30,000, he said, was a sacred number. And when you do the numbers on that, sacred comes to 50, which is Donald, which is America. Number comes to 73, which is Egypt, Joseph, other things. But when you add them together, it comes to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 comes to silver and gold. So silver is 85, gold is 38. Add them together, it comes to 1, 2, 3. Also, April Fools comes to a special figure as well. It comes to that. So that's an interesting one. But the sacred number part, so the actual number of 202 also comes to tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, March 3rd. So March is 43, 3rd is 59. You add 43 plus 59 together, that takes you to 102, which also is the word for 1,000. Another thing that it comes to is in the Back to the Future films, which I always like to reference, is in Back to the Future 2, Marty's been playing with Doc back in the past. They have the sports almanac, sports comes to 88, which is Trump.
Oh, shut up, you cunt!
Now, you mentioned March 4th, and I want to press you a little bit on that date.
Oh,
What in
and here
your
we
view
have
is
General
important
Flynn.
about March 4th? What do you hear from people who put forth March 4th as a date of a reset of some sort? Talk to me about that. There are many people who have, as you know, an opinion and a hope for what may or may not happen. The significance of their hope is in the significance of March 4th.
Right.
Talk to me about that for a moment.
Well, there is a, and I'm not an expert on this, but I will say that there is a the reason why March 4th is a important date, but because of other historic events for when our country went through these types of challenges.
Yeah, historically, I did some checking into the March 4th date, and first and foremost, March 4th used to be the inauguration date. And also, there's some connection to Abraham Lincoln returning to the White House on March 4th at the conclusion of the Civil War. So that may be the significance of why they chose that date. But most of me just thinks that they wanted to kick the can down the road a ways so that they could continue with their con and their scam collecting donations from stupid people to hear these stories for a few more months. And for some of them, it worked.
In our nation's history. Here's what I would tell your listeners or your viewers. On March 4th, it's going to be a day that comes and a day that goes, and March 5th will arrive. And there's not going to be, that I'm aware of,
no fans of General Flynn in the live chat
of the nation, and we're going to see
please
some
subscribe.
sort of
check out Mr. Bozohead's channel.
President Donald J. Trump.
He does a great job making
people
fun of
need to
these
get
clowns.
over that. People need to stop with the well, we're just waiting for this to happen or that to happen. No, we have what we have.
Dr. Fraud. Yeah. So there we have it, friends. The grift goes on. And I don't know, William Pixley, get your act together. Okay, I didn't know it wasn't together. Look, as shitty as this show is, I don't need to get my act together. This is my act, this shitty show, and for being a shitty show, you come here every time, right? Tell me to get my act together. Whoa, bro. What's that about? I don't know. So we'll dedicate just a little bit of time to the live chat. Remember, friends, we're doing our normally scheduled broadcast at 10 p.m., but I couldn't resist at least popping on. I want to see some, I talked to that family member and today about this letter of the alphabet nonsense, and basically got told, like, oh, I guess you could go on your show and do a victory lap because none of this was right. And I'm like, yeah, yes I am, because I've been saying this is garbage since January, this March 4th nonsense. And before that, I said all this letter of the alphabet stuff was garbage, right? But some people want so desperately to believe in this that they're going to believe anyone. Even a guy who used to fuck aliens. Maybe he still fucks aliens. I don't know if he's still... Simon Parks, could you email me at truthseekershow.com and let me know, did you used to fuck aliens or do you still fuck aliens? Inquiring minds want to know. And when's the last time you talked to your alien mommy? These people wanted so desperately to believe this stuff that they were willing to elevate people like Simon Parks, who said he fucked a cat queen alien, right? And had alien cat queen hybrid alien babies with her. So desperate to believe this garbage that they elevate this kind of person to some authoritative source of information level. How do you trust a guy telling these stories who, before he told these stories, was telling stories about fucking cat queen aliens? And Charlie Ward is just like a con man idiot, near as I can tell. He has no real contacts. He has no real intelligence, no real information sources in the United States government. And why is there so many English guys in on this scam, right? I did not know that. Simon Parks is planning to do a fact-finding tour to the U.S. soon. Yeah, and oh, by the way, I muted my mic while I was coughing, and then while the video was playing, I only commented a few comments. Mostly about the ridiculousness of a guy who claims he has an NDA going on the internet and blabbing stories about this shit every day. That's ridiculous. If you have an NDA, you're not going on the internet blabbing shit about it every day, right? So yeah, my mic was muted because I was coughing, and then I forgot to turn it back on. the two biggest errors that I always do here is I forget to click share audio when I share a video, and I forget to unmute my microphone when I cough. I literally want an actual mute button with a red light, right? So that if the red light's on, the mic is on, and I can just look at it and tell. Got to figure that out still. So I apologize for the technical snafu. And if that's really what William Pixley was complaining about, get my act together. I'm sorry. Oh, geez, man. I know that you tune in. Everybody tunes in expecting, a Hollywood level of production and broadcast quality here and professionalism, right? Nobody's expecting that, William Pixley. No. Don Craze Phase is here, sneaking in to make sure what's going on. Oh, Simon Parks, get it. Yeah, I think I'm done. Like, what else can you say about these idiots? What else can you say about these idiots? And Robert David Steele, another idiot. And Jordan Sather, another idiot, right? Yeah, I want to know too. I'm going to send him a question by email. Pragmagic asks about Simon Parks, does he eat then bang the aliens, or bang then eat, or is he eating a part of the banging? Yeah, it's confusing. When he's talking about banging aliens, it starts getting confusing very quickly. I'm going to have to try to reach out to him to clarify the banging situation with his aliens, right? And also, for those that don't know, this guy's a driving instructor. Yeah, we are human shit. Thank you, Steph. And I think you are new here in the live chat. Don't believe that I've seen you before. If you are new, welcome. You are most welcome here, especially if you're going to defend the host of the show that's constantly getting shit on because I forgot to push a button. I'm my own producer. I watch these shows sometimes. Like, I like... a lot of comedians' podcasts. And I watch them, and I'm always jealous, because those guys always have, like, 3 guys over in the corner pushing buttons. I got to do everything here myself. You hear the Yorkie. Yeah, that's Baxter. Someday I will... my door's not open. Someday I'll show everybody my Baxter buddy. For those that don't know, my family, we were fostering a lost little Yorkie dog. We tried to find his owners for like 6 months, and then finally we gave up and just gave him a permanent home. We really tried. Couldn't find the proper owner, and boy did we try. But it's worked out great. My kids love him. He's great with the kids. He's my Baxter buddy. He's rarely barking. I don't know. I guess the kids are playing down there, and when they get rough, he doesn't like it. Yeah. Does the street where Simon lives hide their cats? Hey, he said he had sex with a cat queen alien. He did not say he had sex with a cat. Shiva Burton, don't be spreading false and slanderous accusations against Mr. Parks, okay? Can you talk about Penny Kelly and her lame predictions? Steph, I could do a whole show about her and her lame predictions, right? For you, new user in the chat, I have Penny Kelly on my list. I promise you I will raise her to much higher on the list of things to do a show about going forward. And tonight we're going to be continuing our cavalcade of garbage covering Sasha Stone, Guru Garbage, covering Sasha Stone and Sarah R. Adams. They teamed up on a video, and Sarah Adams got a lot of new superpowers, so we're cataloging them as we go on. Parks' tour is related to his collective consciousness grift. His latest video tried to pull down his new nasty information-seeking followers. Yeah, Simon Parks is getting pissed off calling everybody nasty and turning off the comments to his videos and shit because everybody's like, hey, Simon Parks, you said all this shit was going to happen, and then nothing happened. So that's not nasty. That's people holding him accountable for the bullshit that he's been shoveling for the last couple of years, and none of it turned out to be real. So people in the comments are getting like, yeah, right, Simon Parks. You said this would happen, and it didn't. Then you said this would happen, and it didn't. I read some of those comments. He can't claim they're being nasty when all they're doing is asking him why none of this shit he talked about for the last 2 years actually happened. right? Oh, they're nasty. Remember the Q Horn guy? He was an intel guy because he got released. No, I believe he does have charges if we're talking about Q Shaman, who we covered previously here on our show. Yes. Yes, Pragmagic. Cats are a part of the alien eat bang. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Only if the human was fucking cat queen aliens, though. Then the regular cats can get in on the cat queen alien bang action. Okay? I think that's how it works. Like if you were fucking a dog queen alien, then the dogs could get on the dog queen alien bang action, right? I mean, that makes sense to me. I'm not sure how aliens and bestiality mix, but this is the show that they mix on, apparently. And why is Pragmagic in my live chat talking about alien sex and bestiality mixing and merging? You're a twisted individual, Pragmagic. Just got in from the road. My lady is a big wig in Indian River Country School District, grilling her dinner for when she returns from a school board meeting. Good to hear that. It's funny, my cabin is in a community called Indian Country. No connection, though. Just a common thing to call something Indian Country, I guess. But there is some history where my cabin is of native peoples living there at one time. Before the white guys stole the land and pushed them all into reservations. Yeah. Look at the quality of the live chat comments today. My mate's dog banged a curtain, then ate it, then shat it out, and then banged it again. Well, thank you for that visual, Phil Pratt. We sincerely appreciate you telling us the story of your mate and their dog that banged a curtain, ate a curtain, shat it out, and then banged it again. Look, that is using a curtain to its full potential. You don't want to waste curtains if they're bangable curtains, right? Pragmagic says, I brought it up. No, somebody in the live chat brought up Mr. Parks banging cats. I never said he banged, for the record, I don't want to get sued. I never said Simon Parks banged cats or said he banged cats. He said he banged a cat queen alien girl, okay? And he had alien babies with a cat queen alien girl, yes. Steph asks, also, what do you think about Beyond Mystic's channel? Do you feel he is just wanting fame? The quality isn't the same anymore. I lost my objectivity because when I met him, I was on his show a couple of times. And he kind of brought me in to kind of balance things because, he's way into the woo and didn't have anybody that critically thought or was skeptical at all of any of the people on his show making all these fantastical and ridiculous claims. But anyway, I was friendly with him, and I guess I still am. But lately, I have been kind of like, yo, bro. Today, I asked him, what time is Trump getting inaugurated? Because all the letter of the alphabet idiots that you've been having on your show for months have been saying that today's Trump is going to be inaugurated. What time is that going to happen? So I'm kind of busting his balls because he's having some of these fraudsters on pushing this grift con garbage, hopium nonsense. And but listen, I also lost my objectivity because I like him as a person. So, but because I like him as a person and a friend, I would be honest with him. Where maybe some other show hosts are just letting him do his thing and not commenting on how he's kind of getting ridiculous too. He's kind of really getting ridiculous with some of the shit guests that he has and the shit that they're saying. And he never stops them and checks them, fact checks them. He doesn't care. As long as there's viewers, I guess. And part of me can't blame him for that. Because after all, it's a business for him, right? And he's there to get views, and I guess garbage gets views, right? I've often thought that if I just go full woo, get a couple of hoaxes or hoaxers in here to help me out, I could have a huge following, but I don't want to do that. I think you can be interested in these subjects and not turn off your critical thinking and not just accept any garbage that somebody says, because so many of the people in this game are frauds. Like their education is fake, the places they work turn out to be fake. Flynn was telling the truth. He even said there won't be some random amazing inauguration. Yeah, I mean, he's a general. He's a serious guy. He's not all in on the... I think he was at one point in on some of the conspiracy theories, or at least interested in them, but then he kind of backed off and got back to reality when none of this happened, you know? Flynn is a nice man and a patriot. I'm sure he was misled by a useful idiot. Could very well be. So, you know, this was an unscheduled show. We'll be returning at 10 p.m. Eastern Time tonight to continue our coverage of what it's going to be a fun show. If you want to laugh at the ridiculousness of New Age guru garbage and fake psychic Sarah R. Adams, tune in tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll do our usual long format show. This one, honestly, I just wanted to put it on the record that nothing happened today. So if people come to my channel, they'll see this thing about March 4th and nothing happened. And, you know, to even the friends and family members I have that have argued with me for the past month that something big was going to happen today. Really, really. This is why I didn't want to argue with you. This is why I didn't waste time with 3-hour Facebook back and forth conversations about today's events. Because I knew none of this is going to happen. And I try to prove it to people. I try to prove that some of these speakers are less than credible. After all, some of them fucked cat queen aliens, right? But they still want to argue with me. So, yeah, I wanted this video just to be on the record. And then the people who are arguing with me could just watch this video. I don't need to argue with you on Facebook for, you know, an hour back and forth, or Twitter, right? You don't need to send me anything else about today's events, because you know, these people have been flooding me with, look at this video, what this person said. Well, this person said this. None of these people are credible. I don't care who said shit about today. None of these people are credible. I don't need to watch this. I don't need to read that blog post. I don't need to read that article. Because it's all fake, and I've been telling you it's fake for 2 years plus. Right? So I'm not going to argue, especially with family and friends, right? It's just a drain on my existence to have to convince people. I don't have to convince you. Today should convince you. Nothing fucking happened, and nothing will happen. It's a big nothing burger. But congratulations to the con artists who've been able to continue collecting donations for this garbage for an additional 3 months, right? Or 2 months, let's say. They've had January and February to keep the con going. But like I said, TikTok, motherfucker. Simon Parks, TikTok, motherfucker. Robert David Steele, TikTok, motherfucker. Charlie Ward, TikTok, motherfucker. Kerry Cassidy, TikTok, motherfucker. Jordan Sather, and all you assholes. TikTok, motherfucker. You got 4 hours left to get Donald Trump inaugurated, or you look like the liar, conning, grift artist that you all are. 4 hours. TikTok, motherfucker. You better hurry up. TikTok, motherfucker. All right, I think I've said that word enough in the broadcast. So, yes, today was the day. Eileen Ebony says, today was the day. Yeah, and nothing happened, Eileen Ebony. Absolutely nothing happened. And we're making fun of the idiots who said all this garbage, right? We're just here making fun of them. Taking that victory lap that is well-deserved. And like I said, I've got friends. I've had friends, family members arguing with me, telling me all this stuff's going to happen today. And I didn't want to waste the time, so I just went back, okay, if that's what you believe, like, you know, initially I did argue. I showed them that some of the people pushing this garbage fucked the cat queen aliens. Nobody cared. You know, well, so what if he fucked the cat queen aliens? It doesn't mean that his insiders are wrong. Okay. It's just fucking ridiculous. And why, this is, you know, why do you want to argue with him, Bailey Stoner? I don't know. What did Bailey Stoner say? I missed that. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, Steph, nothing happened. It's like you can't believe shit anymore. I think we all need to accept what's going on and move on. To be honest, all those woo-woo people are fake as hell. Well, you found a good channel for that, because we kind of make fun of the fake people. But, Steph, I'm still very interested in conspiracy land things. I'm very interested in UFOs, cryptid creatures, mysterious stories, ghosts, demons, demonology, aliens. But we look into those things that are worthy of looking into. And we make fun of the stuff that is not. Because that's all you could do sometimes. B. Baker, yeah, people need to wake up. The election was stolen. And the bad guys won, and we need to fight against it with every legal method we can. That's already been done, B. Baker, and they lost. So, sorry if you didn't get the guy you wanted, but we've got the guy. We've got the guy that they are. We've got the guy that we got, right? And largely, I don't think either of those choices were very good choices. Pick the least criminal that you can deal with. Well, who's the lesser of these two criminals? These two criminal rich guy assholes that don't care about anybody but themselves. Who's the lesser of the two evils? I can't remember any time in my lifetime when I was actually excited about a candidate, right? I guess I was a little excited about Obama because he had good messaging, hope and change. But then we got nothing changed. And he increased the wars. He bombed more people than any president in history. Like, there was no hope and there was no change. And that's probably what started turning me sour. It's the last person I can remember that I kind of believed in as a candidate, right? And then there has been no one since. Or before even. Before him, I thought they were all criminals, right? This is what we do in our country. We elect the least criminal to be our leader. That's what we've devolved into in this country. That's why largely I don't care about politics, right? Jordan Sather is a douche canoe, as well as Corey Chicken Colt Good, David Wilcock, and Laura Coquette Eisenhower. The views expressed in the live chat do not necessarily reflect those of Truthseekers, its host, or its producers, or parent company. I didn't say that. He said that. I didn't say I disagree with that, but it is what it is. Dominion is suing. No need to debate that. Yeah, those guys are getting sued into... The Black Pillow dude is going to get sued into oblivion for all the shit he said with no proof. And did anybody catch his so-called documentary where he was going to present the proof, but he forgot to bring the proof with him? That was a big nothing burger, too. I'm grateful my Republican and Libertarian family aren't stupid enough to buy the stolen election god. Yeah, mine are. They all are. That's all they... I'm not looking forward to... the only thing I'm not looking forward to about the lifting of COVID restriction is more family parties. Because then I'm going to have to listen to this garbage for like a lot, V. I'm going to have to listen to a lot of this garbage. And, I don't have the energy to argue with them, right? I just say, oh, yeah. Sometimes I just agree with them so they shut up. They shut up when you agree with them. People are arguing about whether the election was stolen or not. He does present proof in that documentary. I'm gonna have to watch it again because I don't believe it was. It sure wasn't smoking gun proof. It was, maybe there was. All right, you know what? I'm gonna watch the whole thing and then we'll review it here, Bailey Stoner, just for you. I believe, as I recall, I started watching it and drifted off because it was boring as shit. But I didn't find it very compelling, as I recall. I'll give it another run, and we'll see if Mr. Pillow Guy got any real evidence. There won't be any lifting of COVID restrictions if you don't get the vax. Well, I'm planning to, and I'm on the list. I'm in Pennsylvania, and there seems to be a shortage of available vaccines. And everybody's on a waiting list. So I think I registered on January 27th for the waiting list, and they're up to like January 22nd now. People that signed up on the 22nd are getting called for their vaccines. I signed up on the 27th. Should be soon I'll get it. And, hopefully I won't grow a second head or anything. And I'm kidding. It's a joke, okay? I don't want to get banned for, for shot or V misinformation peddling. It's a joke. I don't think I'll grow another head. I hope not. Anyway, I don't know. I have, my son has severe asthma. I've got some pre-existing health conditions, so it's just best for my family that my whole family can get vaccinated. Plus, I have an 80-something-year-old mother-in-law, and I don't want to visit her and be sick, Well, that's encouraging. 0.2% death rate from it. Okay. I hope I'm not in the 0.2%. Yes. So, friends, we're going to call it quits here. I wanted to come here and just talk about this historic day where Donald Trump got re-inaugurated as our president, right? Where Donald Trump triumphantly walked back into the White House as our president and commander-in-chief. Oh, yeah, that didn't happen. Shit. Yeah. And selfishly, I don't want to argue with people. So if people want to argue with me, I'll just send them to this video. Nothing happened today. Nothing's going to happen. They have 3 hours and 48 minutes left to get Donald Trump inaugurated. All these con artists, scammers that have been collecting money telling these stories for the last few months have 3 hours and 48 minutes left to get Donald Trump inaugurated today. Or they were lying. They were conning you. They were scamming you. And you fell for it. And, listen, in fairness, if anybody really believed them and believed this stuff, I'm sorry for you. But you have to learn to think critically. Like, what's the likelihood that a guy who used to fuck cat queen aliens, tell stories about fucking cat queen aliens anyway, before this stuff, is a credible source of reliable information? I mean, what's the over-under if you're a betting man that guy's giving you reliable information? You have to stop and consider the source. And, I'm hopeful that some people will come here. If I need to think for them, I'll try, right? But there's one bit of wisdom I can offer you. That if a guy, before he was talking about this stuff, was talking about fucking cat queen aliens and his alien mommy and daddy, maybe, just maybe, he is not a reliable source of accurate information. Real and accurate information based in reality, right? Maybe, right? And these other guys, if they're collecting money, asking you for money so that you can get the goods, maybe they're not credible either. But it is what it is. And, I never theorized how this letter of the alphabet conspiracy would end. But I believe it's ending with a whimper. Not a bang, a whimper, right? It will soon be quite clear that it was all garbage. It should be clear. It should have been clear in January to everybody that it was all garbage. But these clown con artists managed to kick the can a few more months and keep those donations rolling in, right? Selling this hopium garbage. But here's where we're at. The people, even Simon Parks fans are turning against him. David Wilcox fans all started turning against him, saying nothing happened, David. You talk about stuff and nothing happens. Because that's what happens. David Wilcox does a stream about this garbage and nothing happens, right? He's been strangely quiet about this. Hasn't produced a video in over a month. Why is that? Is it because he knows it's all garbage now and he looks like an idiot? I think so. Is it because his fans and the people sending him money know it's all garbage now and think he stole money from them, telling fake stories? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Okay, friends. So we're going to cut it here so I have time to get ready for our normal broadcast. I thank you for coming here. Let's just call this a bonus show today. I'm always happy when there's an audience, and for a last-minute jump on stream, this has been well attended. I'm so happy when there's an audience. I'm glad that you could be a part of mine. Until next time, friends, please do tune in 10 p.m. Next time is 10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time. So until then, good night, and God bless you all.
starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up? I'm gonna haul him up by chain. Chop his ass up, size it up. I'm gonna haul him up by chain. Chop, 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 chop. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will cook your ass up so fast, and I'll tell them, "Oh, I killed a cow out back, baby." You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get my hands around your throat.